Hello, everyone. This is Julian, a registered nutritionist and dietitian from the Philippines. And thank you for browsing my channel. By the way, if you would like to know more about nutrition and diet, I would be happy to produce a lot of videos in the near future. Just follow and subscribe to my channel here in YouTube. I'm starting my channel for the sake to help a lot of people when it comes to nutrition and diet and updated research, evidence-based studies, so forth, so on. And I'm currently practicing my nutrition and dietetics expertise via Upwork and now serving its website in the Philippines um, that caters to a lot of patients. Consultations happens online, or if some medical experts has their own offices, we can we can directly instruct the patients to visit us. But right now, I'm practicing online consultations for nutrition and dietetics. So if you're interested, kindly also check my details below, so you know where to find me. Okay, today, so we're going to talk about the truth about fat, the good, the bad, and the misunderstood. Well, let's be honest. When most people hear the word fat, they immediately think of something negative: belly rolls, high cholesterol, or guilt after eating fast food. Well, for years, fat has been unfairly treated as the villain of nutrition. But here's the truth: fat is not your enemy. In fact, your body needs it. The trick is knowing which fats are friends and which ones are foes. So buckle up, because we're going to talk about fat in a way that actually explains, you know, the chemistry behind it. That would make sense, cuts through all the old school myths, and helps you make smarter choices without giving up the foods that you love. So, what is fat? Well, fat is one of the three major macronutrients. Along with protein and carbohydrates, it's essential for your body to function. Your brain is about 60% fat, and your cells needs fat. Even your hormones rely on it. Without fat, you'd freeze, forget things, and feel drained all the time. But not all fats are created equal. There are healthy fats that your body thrives on, and there are unhealthy fats that over time can lead to serious health issues like heart disease, diabetes, and obesity. Well, let's start with the stars of the show: healthy fats. These are the fats that your body wants you to eat. They help protect your heart, supports brain function, and reduce inflammation. So we have some few types of healthy fats. We have two. The first one is the monounsaturated fats, or what we call MUFA. These are found in olive oil, avocados, nuts like almonds, pistachios, and cashews, peanut butter, and the natural kind. So why they're considered good fats? Well, monounsaturated fats helps lower bad LDL cholesterol while boosting your good HDL cholesterol. Well, they can also help control blood sugar and reduce the risk of heart disease. We also have the polyunsaturated fats, or PUFA. Well, this group includes omega-3 fatty acids found in salmon, mackerel, sardines, chia seeds, flax seeds, and walnuts. Omega-6 fatty acids, well, it's found in sunflower oil, corn oil, and soybean oil. Why they're good? Well, omega 3s are anti inflammatory, and it supports brain health and may even lower the risk of depression and Alzheimer's, according to some studies. Omega 6 are also essential, but balance is the key, so you don't want too much of them compared to omega 3s. Ideally, aim for a 3 is to 1 or even 1 is to 1 ratio of omega 6 to omega 3. Unfortunately, the average Western diet has a ratio closer to 16 is to 1, and it's not good. We also have the unhealthy fats. These are the bad guys. Well, now let's me let's meet the fats that you want to avoid or eat very sparingly. Well, these fats are linked to a higher risk of disease and they don't do your body any favors. So, we have some few types of unhealthy fats. We have the trans fats and the saturated fats. So, what are trans fats? These are the artificial and the dangerous ones. You'll find this in margarine, packaged baked goods like cookies and pastries. We also have fried fast food and microwave popcorn. Some were branded. Why they're bad? Well, trans fats are man made by pumping hydrogen into vegetable oil to make it solid at room temperature. And they raise bad cholesterol levels like the LDLs, the lower good cholesterols, and the HDLs, and inflame your blood vessels if it's in high levels. So in short, they're terrible for your heart, so bad. In fact, the World Health Organization has called for their global elimination, and many countries have banned or heavily restricted them. There are some updated research this last year, 2024. It's a recent study from Harvard that shows that even small amounts of trans fat can significantly increase the risk of stroke and heart attack. Just 2 grams per day, that's about what you'd get from a small serving of rice cooked in partially hydrogenated oil. It can still be considered harmful, and take note of that. So we also have the second one, the saturated fats. This is a type of fat that is very controversial. In the middle ground, it's found in the red meat, butter, cheese, coconut oil, processed meats like bacon and sausage. And why it's complicated? Well, for decades, saturated fat was the villain, but new research suggests it's not as evil as once, though it might seem. So everyone thought that it's bad for our health. But I always believe, as a registered nutritionist dietitian, if you consume too much of it from the foods rich in saturated fats, well, it can really be harmful to our body. So, in fact, it's controversial that a lot of health experts would consider a recommendation of eating it in moderation, less than 2 grams a day. But again, there are certain studies that still continuously, do research if saturated fat in that small amount can still be harmful or not. Well, saturated fats can raise LDL cholesterol, but they also raise HDL. Those are the good kind. And the key is not to overdo it. The American Heart Association still recommends limiting saturated fat to less than 10% of your daily calories. So, some professional tip, instead of focusing too much on one type of fat, look at the overall quality of your diet. Whole foods like eggs, dairy, and meat aren't harmful when eaten as part of a balanced diet filled with vegetables, fruits, and whole grains. So, what should you eat? That's the good question. That's the greatest question that we have. So, here's a fun way to remember how to balance your fats. Just choose this often. We have the avocados on toast, nuts and seeds as snacks, or you will eat as nuts and seeds. Whenever you crave for snacks, prioritize eating those food items. Olive oil for cooking and salad dressing. Canola oil can also be preferably recommended by the American Heart Association. Fatty fish like salmon twice a week. So you can limit this food items such as cheese, heavy fast food meals, food items from the fast food chains that are rich in cheese, creamy sauces every day, coconut oil in large amounts. And you can also avoid this one. We have the deep fried foods, packaged snacks with partially hydrogenated oils in the label, and some of the cheap margarine spreads. So let's talk about the myths that you should forget about fat to make things clear up. Some old nutrition advice that science has now debunked. Well, the myth number one is eating fat makes you fat. Well, the truth is eating too many calories makes you gain weight, not fat specifically. In fact, healthy fats help you feel full, which can really actually help with weight loss. Myth number two, we have this so-called belief that all saturated fat is bad for us. Well, the truth about it is that newer studies show that saturated fat from whole foods like cheese or coconut is different from saturated fat in processed meat. Quality matters all the time. We also have myth number three. We have the low fat meaning health. It's the type of fat or a group of food items rich in low fat that's considered healthy. Well, the truth about it, many low fat products are loaded with sugar and artificial ingredients to make up for the taste. Always read the labels. If it's low in fat, consider other ingredients so that we're still stuck into a healthy path. You know, sometimes it's really confusing. We can consider low sugar or low fat, but what are the other components? That's the question about it. And right now, I'm going to share updated insights from research as of 2024. According to the Global Burden of Disease Study year 2023, diets low in healthy fats like omega 3s are now among the top five causes of preventable death worldwide. Researchers also found that moderate fat diets, not the low fat, are actually better for long term heart health, especially when those fats come from plants, fish, and nuts. Also, brain scans from a 2024 study at Stanford University show that people who ate more omega 3 fats had better memory and sharper thinking, especially over age 40. So some of the final thoughts that I have for you about fat, is it your friend or is it your worst enemy? If you choose wisely, then we can still be at the careful we can still be at the safest path towards a healthy lifestyle and practicing healthy diet. So let's wrap things up simply by knowing that fat is essential. you know, it's still considered essential. And some fats heal, other types of fat could harm you. Knowing the difference can change your life. So don't be afraid of fat. Instead, just be smart about which kinds you eat. Choose foods that are as close to nature as possible. Okay, I always consider that it should be closer to the nature as possible as it can be, and eat your avocados and salmon with joy. Be cautious with the deep fried and ultra processed stuff, and because at the end of the day, food isn't just fuel, it's pleasure, culture, and connection. And fat, when used wisely, makes everything taste better and helps your body feel amazing. I hope you have a great day, everyone. Just follow and subscribe and hit the like button, or click the notification bell at the bottom if you would like to get notified with a lot of videos that I will be uploading soon. This is just a new channel. I hope everyone could find it interesting. This is Julian Valiao, a registered nutritionist and dietitian from the Philippines. Some of my contact details are below where you can find me if you want to ask some questions or if you wanted to do some consultations. I hope everyone will have a safe and mindful day ahead. Have a blessed day and let's keep in touch. Type your comments below. I would like to hear from you so we can talk about it in the next succeeding videos that I will be doing for you guys. Have a good one.